Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to MRC. It is the second round. Today, the Belgian Grand Prix, a very quick but very long race. Should be a good one. Lots of opportunities for overtaking. Yeah, it'll be a very interesting race. And I am joined on comms tonight by none other than LRL Stefan. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Hello. Yeah, I'm doing really well. Extremely motivated to do this track, both from the commentary box and later on the wheel as well. As you said, it's an amazing track, the longest one on the calendar, and I'm always happy when I have the opportunity to race it.
It's a weird one, this track, because like you say, it is the longest one on the calendar, and that means if you can hook a lap up, it's great, but there's just so many opportunities to make little mistakes that it's really easy to do a not great lap around here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a long track means that a long lap means that there are a lot of also lots of possible mistakes, and well, you can basically mess up your whole lap in the first corner when you outbrake yourself, for example, which is very easy. I always miss the apex there and don't pay attention to it later on, but
yeah, I'm not sure I've actually taken the apex on turn one very often at all.
I mean, I'm getting around the corner, but I don't think it's in a way.
No, I'm definitely not taking the ideal line through, shall we say.
But on the other hand, there's still lots of time to make up for it.
Yeah.
So,
ooh, Alex, we're getting a few invalidations on our first laps. Which again is another thing that it's very easy to do around here, is to invalidate.
Yeah, for example, at Pouhon in the very fast double left-hander, it's very easy, and you need to risk it if you want to be fast around here.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where you've got to carry a good amount of speed, but you carry literally 2-3 miles an hour too much, and you're running wide and invalidating your lap.
Yes, exactly, and I think on this game the corner feels a bit. It has changed a little bit with the new handling model, at least in my opinion. I find it very weird to turn into it. So,
yeah, I agree with that, yeah. I feel like in Pouhon on this game, you can literally throw it in. Like, you do not have to do a smooth entry. You can literally chuck the car in and it just sticks.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And very often I hesitate to do this because on previous games you would be spinning around, but as you said, I have the feeling that on this game you can risk a lot more in that corner, and you have.
Oh, you definitely can, yeah. Ooh, Colin with a 43.9, a very nice banker lap there. And here comes Nick BT, just coming up towards the bus stop chicane, which has been completely remodeled on this game and is now completely off camber, which makes it a very interesting corner.
It's gonna be a fast corner.
44.7, not a bad lap. That looked to me like it was going to be a 42.
I'm not sure if it's if the timing was wrong on my screen, but I thought it would be a 42. That's why I said that.
Yeah, same.
It was a 44, so
I was looking at it going, oh my gosh, this is going to be absolutely rapid, and then it was suddenly a 44, and I was very confused.
Did we just discover a new glitch in this game? I'm asking.
Honestly, every time we turn this game on, we can find a new glitch. It's ridiculous.
Well, it only took us 5 minutes today, so...
yeah, that might be a new record, yeah.
Well, yeah, sorry for Nick. I thought he was gonna be a second.
I thought he was gonna be on pole by a long way, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Vixen, a 43.9 on mediums. That is a heck of a lap.
That's really fast. Yeah, really fast lap from the guy who should, as I said, who definitely needs to change his PSN idea because it just sounds ridiculous in German. It's ridiculously funny, but we're not getting
Okay.
into that.
Say no more. I know that he's a South African man. I can confirm that.
Okay. Yeah,
So he's not German and he just went with a funny name. I can promise you that's not what it is.
Just because of the pronunciation, it's fine. But it's really fast lap, just 1/10 of the pole on medium.
Armar with a 43.7. Hello.
Another 40.
Literally 100th ahead of Sociopath. Oh my gosh.
Do the drivers know that we are on the longest track on the calendar and they are still so ridiculously close together? I mean, 2/10, not even 2/10, not even 20.
I know. It's mental. And here comes single track. Let's see what he's going to do. Pretty good last chicane. He's going to do a 44.1. Not a bad little banker lap.
Yeah. Right behind his teammate.
Yeah. Williams 6.7. If only we could see that in real life.
I mean, we might.
Eventually.
There needs to be a little chaotic race. Maybe there will be rain in Mexico. Maybe that will happen.
Mind you, Colapinto. Can we talk about him for a second? What a great entry into Formula One he's having.
Yes, I'm really impressed. I have to say, I thought it was just okay. They are looking for a solution for the remainder of the season, but they already signed Carlos Sainz, so obviously they were not. It was just to do these steps, and they thought we were going to give one of our junior drivers some experience in Formula One, but I don't really expected this from him.
I think he deserves a seat, really. There's only the Sauber one left, but he really does deserve a seat for next season.
Yes, I mean, it has only been a few races. I mean, how many races? He has raced 3 races or so.
3 or 4 races, yeah.
Really impressive. I mean, he's been on the level with Albon, which no one expected.
He absolutely outdrove Albon so far in Texas this week. He had an unbelievable race.
Yes, I mean, you're going to say Albon was really unlucky this race with contact in lap 1, but he was faster than him.
Yeah.
This weekend.
All really weekend, even in the sprints and qualifying and stuff, he was just leaps and bounds ahead of Albon this weekend.
I don't think Albon is a bad driver.
No, Albon's a great driver.
But he's been dominating his last 2 teammates. To be honest, they were not the strongest drivers on the grid, so it's sometimes hard to judge. But
yeah, and now he's got a teammate that's actually going to put him under some pressure.
Oh, I think so.
Absolutely.
There's really a competition going on in the Williams team, and it hasn't been the case for some years now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always been one very good driver and then just the other driver in Williams.
Yes. It's a good way to put it, yeah. Basically, yes.
Right, here comes Krusty T. To get back to qualifying, which is happening despite our real-life F1 chat, here comes Krusty T up to the line. What's he going to do? He's going to do a 45 dead. Not a bad little lap.
No, sitting with halves on the board, and I think the next one is...
Here is our man making his MRC debut today, Rassam Mfio. Doris with a 43.6. That's a very nice lap. And our new driver goes into P13 with a 44.9.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask whether he's new. Because I didn't remember this name. Yeah, okay. Nice to see a new face in MRC.
Yeah, we've had some new faces joining in the off-season, so it's nice to see some new faces on track.
Yeah, and he's doing the Berman, doing his debut race in a Ferrari, so that's
Yeah,
quite
we
cool.
like that. Here comes Colin TK. He's 2/10 up at the end of the second sector. If he has a very good final sector, he could be on for pole here. Looks very tidy through the... Oh, little bit of a kick. Oh, massive kick! Oh, he was on for such a good lap as well. That is really unfortunate.
Yeah, as you said, it really is. I'm so curious what time he would have set. We
Yeah.
will never know.
Here comes Vixen, a man who set a P6 lap on mediums. What is he going to manage on a set of soft tyres?
Some high expectations now for that. Should be fighting for P1 with the soft tires now.
15 dead, he's half a second up.
Half a second, yeah, I'm sorry. Well, half a second, not half a tenth.
This looks like it could be a really rapid lap. Could he potentially get into the 42s?
I don't know how much time he's left in the game, but if he doesn't make a mistake in the bus stop chicane, he should be on 41.
That was perfect through the bus stop chicane. Not quite into the 42s, but a 43.3 is still a rapid lap.
Still 3/10 ahead of Airways, who, meantime, who for a few seconds was on P1, but now he's in second place.
Big kick for Friddy in the bus stop chicane. Oh, he lost a heap of time. He exactly matched his lap. I'm finding that people with their ERS usage, they're not gaining any time in the final sector because they've used most of their ERS.
That's a good point that you're mentioning. It makes qualifying this game a little bit more complicated because you really have to think about your ES. Where are you using it in the most effective way? To be honest, I have no idea around this track. I need to find out later on.
From what I've seen, most people are wasting a huge proportion of their ERS up the Kemmel Straight.
Yeah, I can imagine. The first sector is basically flat out, except for the Lassos.
But then that means you get to the final sector, which is mostly flat out, but you haven't got any ERS to push with.
Like, as my tactic to approach this issue is just to use it out of the corners, traction, when you build up the speed, but then deactivate it, because I think it's more important that you get a lot of power on the exit. And,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not, even if you turn down, you're still gonna be on hot laps usually, so you won't. It's not like you will slow down on the straight.
No.
So I think the most effective way is to get the power down there.
Yeah. One thing I have noticed about this track in particular is that it really rewards smooth driving on this game.
Yes, if you can drive through the corners without many corrections and idealistically with one movement,
Yeah.
then you will have an advantage for sure. The two Alpines are fighting here. What are they doing?
Are they?
I don't know if one of them was on their lap, so...
Looks like Monster could have been on his lap, yeah.
Yeah, I mean... you can, of course, do some... give your teammates some slipstream here. There's some... It's a good track to do some of these teammate games, but I wouldn't recommend it in Sector 2.
No, not so much.
Don't know what was going on there. Monster has hit it again now, and
He's not going to get another lap in now.
I was about to say he's running out of time. So yeah, maybe there was little misunderstanding in Team Alpine. I have no idea, to be honest.
If we're honest, it would not be the first time there's been a misunderstanding in Alpine.
Well, in real life or in MRC?
In real life.
Okay, well, yeah, that's true as well.
I don't think it's the worst thing that Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon are not going to be teammates next season.
Yeah, hasn't been the smoothest pairing. Although you would say an all-out French team, maybe they would work together extraordinarily well because they have this, maybe this patriotic sentiment that you're gonna do something for both, but not so much.
Can I just make one thing I've noticed here, which is that it's suddenly gotten very, very overcast in qualifying.
It has.
Any second.
That would, of course, put an end to the qualifying session.
Well, I think most people are on their final laps now.
Yeah, red car's coming across the line.
But it does really look like it could start to rain at any second. Oh my gosh, it's raining! I've jinxed it! I'm on board with Bergen and I can definitely see drops.
Oh, will affect the guys, I think, on the last grip levels to start to drop.
If you've just started your lap, this is not a good time to be doing it.
No, Smith is over the line, he improves, but doesn't gain any position.
Here comes Bergen. Let's see what he's going to manage in very slightly damp conditions. Still does a 45 dead. Gets him up to P16.
Okay.
Oh, Nick nearly loses it. I think any time he might have gained might well be gone now.
Looking at...
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't look very fast. No, he's a second down on his own lap. I don't think it's possible to improve anymore.
I don't think so. Single track was a 10.5 up at the end of the second sector, so is he going to find any time in the bus stop? I think not! Oh, he nearly went round. He held it, but... yeah, that is a very unfortunate end to qualifying for those who left their laps very late. That is very unfortunate.
Yeah, quite of a bit of an anti-climax here, to be honest.
Yeah, it is a bit.
It should have been the most interesting part of qualifying, and now it's yeah.
Well, I mean, it was a very interesting part of qualifying, but for a very different reason.
Yes, that's correct. But the fight for pole was.
It's gone, yeah.
Essentially.
And Vixen really did set a quick pole lap, didn't he?
Well, definitely. A low 43 is quite quick around here.
I mean, I expect when we get to tier 2s, we're going to see times in the mid to low 42s. What do you think?
In tier 1?
In tier 1, yeah.
Oh, I can imagine a 41 there as well from the usual suspects.
A 41? Holy moly, if there's a 41, then I'm done with tier 1. I ain't never going to be that quick.
Did Eugenie announce that he was going to start practicing? So, not...
This is true. If Eugenie's actually practicing, then that spells disaster for the rest of us.
Well, maybe we also have other drivers like Micromash, my new super fast teammate. So.
To be fair, the likes of Micromash probably still have a chance. Your Chris Baileys, your Saviours. For the rest of us, it means that we're just being lapped that little bit earlier.
It does. I guess you're right.
Oh dear.
Well, but anyway, we have 12 drivers within less than 1 second, so very closely together despite the long lap. It's really
I
nice.
can't even get to the results screen.
No?
I just have a black screen that says, please wait. Oh, saving game. Have I disconnected? No, I just wasn't allowed to see the results screen. But you all saw the results. I mean, it is what it is. Ready, please wait. Waiting for players. There you go. I rejoined. I didn't see the results screen, so I do apologise that I did not have the opportunity to go through the starting order. My game just decided to have a little moment.
Well, that's not ideal, but are you back in now?
I am back in. I'm looking at the pit lane. We're all good, and it's looking very sunny.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
However, is it going to stay sunny? Is the ultimate question. Because I did not expect to see any rain in qualifying, and yet we saw how that turned out. And from how late people went out, I don't think they were expecting much rain either.
Well, on this track, it happens very, very fast. Like, it can completely change within 1 lap since it's so long. So...
Yeah. It's going to be very interesting if we see a wet-dry race, because dry to wet, like you say, it changes so quickly because it's such a long lap. But wet to dry, I think, will be a much slower transition.
It will be a bit slower, but that still means 2 or 3 laps on this track. So
yeah, I mean this lap is just so long. It's just so long.
it really is, yes.
And yet, strangely, I feel, you can disagree with me if you want, I feel like it doesn't feel like the longest race. Personally.
It's only 22 laps, so it's quite fast, actually.
Yeah, whereas Hungary last week was honestly, I know it wasn't a long race, but it felt like the longest race I've ever done in my life.
But you're constantly busy there. You have to work a lot. There are more corners than around here, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, my brother race engineered me because he DNF'd. And I was like, surely we must be finished by now, because I was just like full focus, so I didn't even look at what lap number. I was like, we've got to be on lap 32 out of 35. He was like, we are on lap 21. And I was like, oh, good.
It was a shame that I couldn't take part last week, but yeah.
Let me tell you something. You miss nothing when you don't race around Hungary. You miss nothing. I cannot stand that track.
It's kind of my home race now. It's just a few kilometers to the track, but I like to drive it, but I've never been fast around there, unfortunately.
I think it's, like you say, it's just an intense track. It's just really intense.
True. I had a 100% race there which was entirely in full wet. Oh my gosh. That was exhausting.
Yeah, I could not do a 100% race around Hungary. I just couldn't.
In the wet. I have to emphasize.
Oh, no. No, I don't like Hungary around the wet in 50%.
Yeah, and like 3 laps before the end there was a mass crash with like 5 DNFs or so. That was...
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Been involved in there, I would have just...
I'm out. I'm done. No more.
Yeah. Fuck this game.
Martin says, love Hungary, it's fun. I don't know what a fangita is, but... I thought it said fajita at first, but there's definitely an N in there. And I don't know what calling someone a fajita means. But I believe our drivers are readying up. So we will be getting going very soon. I'm very, very interested to see what strategies people are going for. Because you'll remember I said earlier on, this track rewards smooth driving. If you've got a smooth steering input, the soft medium is very manageable around here.
That's correct. It also depends on the safety cars. There tends to be a lot of safety cars.
And what's very interesting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we've got an even split. 10 drivers have gone for mediums, 10 drivers have gone for softs.
And very interesting, it's very interesting for me that most of the soft drivers are at the back of the grid and not at the front. But very often you see that people on the back of the grid will start on the slower tire to do a longer stint at first. It seems to be the other way around here.
I think around here doing the quicker stint first pays off because you want to get the move done, and because it's such a long lap, I think the undercut is actually quite powerful here. So if you can get the moves done, pay off a lot better around here.
That's a possibility. Maybe people were thinking about that.
Because I think there will be people that are thinking, oh, I'm just going to go medium hard and just go for the easy option, the option where I do not have to worry about my tyres, I can push 100% of the time. And then there will be people who will go for the much more aggressive option.
Maybe, but statistically, and I mean, on this game as well, the hard tire hasn't been a great choice on this track. So
not the best, no. I'm very hit and miss with the hard tyres on this game.
Yeah, I mean, it changes from track to track.
It does, yeah.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna see me on hard tires later on. Oh, but who is there's the house?
I think that was Era Voice doing a little dance for us out of the final chicane. But what a beautiful camera angle we've got for the start of this race. It makes a nice change, doesn't it?
It does.
And everyone's in their grid boxes. And we wait for the lights. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are away in Belgium, and it's a very, very good start for Vixen. It's also a very good start for the Kick Sauber in P3, who looks like he might get up to P2 off the start. He's side by side with the Williams, but the Williams stays ahead for the moment. It's all looking pretty clean here on the first lap. Doris is making a move up the Kemmel straight on Airways. Who's going to be bravest under braking? Oh, they're leaving room for each other. They're still too wide. Airways doesn't back out, but Doris does just get ahead, and Sociopath makes a move as well. He gets 2 done there. What a move from Sociopath.
Wow.
He is very, very racy at the start here on his soft tyres.
This is so crusty at here, off the track at the back. He dropped back to last, and I saw a front wing flying there. I think it was a McLaren. I'm not.
Oh no! Let's have a look. Yeah, Alex Aguirre is missing a front end plate. That is not good around Spa.
That will hurt him.
But let's jump back up to the front because it is a very, very tight battle here. Armar is right on the back of Airways. Is he going to send it into the bus stop chicane? Here he comes. I think he's just too far back, and he's going to have to sit for the moment. Oh, they're side by side. Single track is technically leaving just enough room. Colin does get a better run down the straight and will come out ahead after turn 1.
Oh, but very important for 2 guys up front on the top side that they managed that big stayed ahead and that sociopath get into, because they need to get everything out of their tires now and try to avoid traffic.
Yeah.
Oh, but he went wide, just as I said.
Yeah,
so
Sociopath's not had such a good start to the second lap.
No. I mean, obviously, DRS is already activated and it's so powerful on the camel straight.
Yeah.
That would just be...
Although I will say, it is not as powerful on the camel straight as it has been in previous games.
I will tell you what, on the third sector, this is so powerful.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Is gaining so much on the way to Blanchimont. It's absolutely insane. Very often you have to go off the throttle because you don't want to run into the back of the car ahead of you.
Yeah. What's very interesting on this game for this track is you can run the wings so low. But how low are you willing to go? Are you going to want your speed down the camel straight? But oh, that was very, very close.
Well, his Sociopath's back and stepped out on the brakes.
It did, yeah.
So he has locked up, but now I think Dory is gonna head and it's gonna be an easy pass for Dory. So
I think it will be now, yeah. Doris looks like he's running some really low wings. Because he's just eating time out of Sociopath, even on the run up to the camel straight. Did not take long, and here comes Airways as well on Sociopath. He's running some low wings as well. Look at how much he caught up to Doris there. He could barely get it stopped.
was there some contact? I'm not entirely sure.
It was very, very close if there wasn't contact.
But that's the bad news for Sociopath. Getting out of this DS train, and it will basically be a constant fighting and overtaking.
Yeah, exactly. Once you're in a DRS train here, it is so incredibly difficult to break it.
And our leader in the Aston Martin can be really lucky because he can push now and...
But also he doesn't have to push, he can focus on the smooth driving, eking out the tyre life as far as he can possibly go to make this stint work better.
Exactly, and if there's a safety car coming out, has a really good... he's in a very good position.
Yeah, oh, you can get on the hard tyres from about lap 5 here. They just go on for absolute decades around this track.
Oh, that's good. Old Sociopath. Round again, past 20.
I think Sociopath may be running some very, very low wings because he's been twerking for us quite a lot this race.
Yeah, maybe. It doesn't seem to have a lot of,
oh, he's lost it! Oh, and that's a... Oh, brilliant! Sociopath! Massive collision going up towards the camel straight.
Oh, I completely missed that.
Sociopath and Armar going too wide up through Eau Rouge and Radion and too wide through there. Very, very rarely ends well. Well, we mentioned the word safety car and it's out. It is out.
It says BSC, but yeah, there's the safety car.
It is a safety car. Can confirm. And maybe a touch early, but I'd say getting on the hard tyres right now isn't a terrible idea.
Maybe even the mediums.
Interesting. I think if I put the mediums on now, I might get to about lap 19 and think, I've made a terrible mistake, and they're going to start to feel a little bit spicy.
maybe if you want to risk something, that's I guess it's still possible. I've done really long stints on previous games at least on medium tires.
I think it's possible, and again, the smooth driving is rewarded around here, and you probably can eke them to the end from here. If you want to be safe, slap a set of hards on and go all the way to the end of Vixen's Inn. And he duped Doris! He looked like he was going to stay out, and then he darted in. I think he wanted to play a little bit of a trick on Doris there. Is he gonna... He's going for the mediums. Interesting. He's listening to Stefan rather than me.
Oh, his teammate is putting his butt. Many people up. Basically everyone's in the pit.
Most of them are listening to me and going for the hard tyres. But a few are listening to you and going for the mediums. So,
well, that's gonna be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting, because the thing is... Here's the thing. If there's a safety car, let's say... lap 15... you would be a fool not to pit and slap on a set of softs.
You have to.
And at that point, this whole thing we've done here could be completely undone for those who have stopped early.
That's correct. Very often you have safety cars around here, and due to the limited number of laps, can make the actual racing quite short.
Yeah.
So if you have 3 laps of safety car here, then another safety car with 2 laps, and maybe another one, very quick get up to 8 or 9 laps of driving behind Bernd Nylander.
Yeah.
That's almost half of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's strategy is so important around Spa. You need to be in the correct position so that if something like this happens, you've got your choice of what you want to do strategy-wise. Because stopping under safety car isn't necessarily the best thing here. I think track position is very, very important around Belgium.
You still can overtake very easily.
You can, but like you say, due to the nature of safety cars can reduce the number of racing laps so hugely, I think track position is important so that you're not losing out on those extra racing laps. Because you've got fewer racing laps to make all those overtakes.
That's true as well, on the other hand.
I mean, it's 6 of one and half dozen the other. If you're someone like, let's say, Vixen, who in the first 4 racing laps proved that he has incredible pace, then you're probably thinking, yeah, I can stop because I have the pace to make those moves pretty quickly. But if you're kind of mid-pack, my instinct would be stay out and defend like a lion for as long as you can.
The thing is, if you are at a tire disadvantage, you won't be able to get out of the DRS. And if you're in DRS, sooner or later you will be passed around. That's just how it is.
Like I say, I think a few people are overestimating the power of DRS down the Kemmel Straight. Because as we know, DRS is more powerful on high wing circuits because the rear wing is creating more drag. Therefore, when you open it, you gain more speed under DRS. At this track, you have some very, very skinny rear wings going on. Ergo, the DRS is not as powerful as it is on other tracks.
Yeah. But then on the other hand, you have, as we mentioned, slipstream down towards the best of chicane. It's very powerful as well near there.
Yeah, the slipstream is very powerful down there. There's absolutely no denying that. That's where you have to be able to defend well. But if you can get a really good exit out of turn 1 and a really good run up Eau Rouge and Radion, then the DRS may not actually be powerful enough to make an easy overtake there.
Well, I can't judge that because I never have a good exit out of turn.
Because I did a practice race with Fox earlier. I was running 1611 wings, and he was running something disgusting like 7.4 wings. And for several laps in a row, he did not make the move up the Kemmel Straight because the exit that I got up there with the higher wings meant that by the time he opened his DRS, the gap was at about 0.6 of a second, and he just didn't close it, even with the lower wings.
Okay, maybe I have to try this. But the reset is underway, actually.
Yes, it is. Let's see when Doris is going to go. With Airways watching and waiting. Is he going to go before or after the bus stop? He's going to go before. And Airways was caught napping just a little bit. And it looked like it was eking towards a second there, but I think he's gotten away with it. A few people were caught napping with that restart, actually.
Yeah, the gaps are quite big, actually. Very cautious, to say to me.
Vixen got a very good run up Eau Rouge and Radion. Is he going to make the move on Smith? Vixen gets the move done on Smith. Move number 1 already done for Vixen on the restart.
Very important move, but the only driver left on top 5 and gonna start to struggle, I assume.
I don't know if he's going to be struggling yet. You really can take those softs quite far if you're looking after them. I took them 11 laps earlier.
That's quite impressive.
So you can take them quite far. It is the smooth driving. It is just so important round here.
Well, not everyone is driving as smooth as you do, obviously, but...
And Vixen's already right on the back of Armar. Is he going to get the move done up to the bus stop chicane with this slipstream? Actually, Armar's making a good effort of staying ahead.
Out of that.
And Airways has closed right up to Doris, so might be looking at a move up the Kemmel Straight here. With DRS enabled. Oh, he was so much braver under brakes there. Oh, that's not where you want to make the move, Airways, because the detection zone is about here. So Doris is now going to have DRS all the way up the Kemmel Straight. And there's his rear wing open. And he just makes light work of it. And I think Armar's going to make a move as well. Oh, a little bit of contact. But they both make it through relatively unscathed. And Vixen looking very hungry on the back of Airways now. And Nick BT looking very hungry on the back. A single track. Oh, just had a little bit of a kick round No Name.
Oh, 3 seconds for Ascar.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Flags, I think it was Krusty.
I think it was Krusty T again, unfortunately. And Vixen is now falling victim to what we said about being stuck in a train. Oh, having said that, what a run he got out of that corner. Is he going to be able to send it into the bus stop? He runs very deep, but keeps it very tidy. He's alongside Airways. Who's going to get the better exit? Oh, there's a little bit of light contact. Airways much braver under the brakes there, but Vixen will have the outside line, which just gives you better traction, and the move is done. Vixen up to P3.
See what happens on the cameras, right? These four are so close together.
Armar, with the assistance of some, with electrical assistance, is gonna... Oh, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if he lost it on his own, but he's lost a couple of end plates there, unfortunately.
He lost it on a braking, and Vixen couldn't avoid him. Like, he's got front wing damage as well.
Oh no, he's missing an end plate as well. That is so unfortunate. It's just one of those things that cannot be helped.
No, he had no chance to avoid him. He tried everything. It was one of those where you see the car spinning and it feels like an eternity, but you just know I cannot avoid him.
Yeah. You see it happening and you sort of go, do I go left, do I go right? Either way, I'm screwed here.
Although, he's still catching up to Dory.
He is. I guess when you're running about 7.4 wings, losing an end plate doesn't actually make that much difference, because you've hardly got any wing anyway.
Well, but he's even more rapid on the straight now.
Yeah. Yeah, Vixen's just not pitting. He's just like, we're just going to power through here. I'm not giving up position.
The first and the third sector, it's not gonna affect you a lot.
No.
Just the second sector that's gonna hurt. So, if he says, I'm fast enough to stay in the DRS train, you might as well stay out.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what sort of pace he has up the Kemmel Straight with basically zero front wing. I mean, he's definitely making progress. But can he stick with it?
Looks like he can.
It's looking like it. This missing end plate is not a problem for Vixen in any way, shape or form.
Looks like it made him faster.
I know!
Weight reduction, and I don't know.
Just get rid of an end plate. Clearly it helps around Spa.
Well, maybe it was just a faulty upgrade that's now...
Yeah. Oh, we ruined that upgrade. Oh, well, never mind. I'll just get rid of it then.
Well, the Aston Martin hasn't been the car with the most impressive development lately. So.
No, indeed.
So he even gained time. I mean, of course he has fatter tires, fresher tires.
Yeah.
Than the guys around him, but still, it's not what I expected. I mean, it's not like it's just very light damage. I mean, you can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on here? There's a single track was round.
Oh
Something
no!
happened with the bus stop chicane.
Vixen got the move done into turn 1.
That's one even.
He's ahead, going up Radion and Eau Rouge.
I usually wait for the move to happen in the across Fox River 8, spin round.
Here comes Doris, though. Not quite close enough.
No.
As red car goes up to P5. He's having a great little race, his red car.
Oh, what's going on then? Let's get a look at Alex. Single track and our new driver, the Ferrari, all this little bit of contact.
Just some light wheel bumping.
Yeah.
Oh, a bit of a lock-up from Rassam, which puts single track right on the back of him. I mean, Vixen's opened up a nearly 7/10 gap coming towards the end of the lap. So this damage really is not affecting him.
I mean, and if it is affecting him, I don't want to know how fast it would have been other guys.
Well, yeah, that as well. Oh my gosh. Let's see if Doris can set up any sort of move up the camel straight. I think at 8/10 back, he's going to be a bit too far back to get anything done up here.
Usually it needs to be at 6/10 maximum.
Yeah, ideally you want to be within half a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't get anywhere near.
Things floppy easily.
Oh yeah, indeed. Bit up to P6. Single track has got past our man making his debut. And Bit's starting to close down on Ryan a bit here.
I don't know what Monster. I'll stay there for now. So for now, the guys who have chosen the medium tires behind the safety car are doing really well.
They are for now.
Yes, for now. Still 10 laps to go, so obviously this can change.
I think 17 laps on a set of mediums might just be a touch ambitious.
It is ambitious for sure, but I don't think it's impossible.
Definitely not impossible, but there are people who are going to have to stop. If they get a well-timed safety car, Vixen's going to have to stop as well.
That's true, a safety car will change everything, and it's not like the guys on hard tires are slow. I mean, Colin just said that fast on the race.
Yeah, he did.
So, catching up to Dory, who still hasn't pitted, we shall not forget. So he's without a pit stop.
Yeah, this is true. Let's see if Alex can make the move on Rassam up the Kemmel Straight. He's alongside. He's going to have to do it in the braking zone. And, oh, he runs very deep. Oh, and there's contact. Very unfortunate. As Friddy goes through up to P9.
Arrowvoice might have a look at him as well.
Oh. Is he going to get the move done on the exit of Pouon? No, they're still side by side. Oh, this is a risky part of the track to go too wide, but not only does Zero Voice go through, but so does Monster. Up to P11.
Wow. Oh, for P6 there we have another really very bad one now. It's Rassalopi on single track.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, Loppy tries to go through.
Almost contact here. Was really lucky that there was no accident.
I know it's flat out, but that is a risky place to try and make a move.
It is. Colin and Nick have caught up with Dory now.
Well, Colin really has. Nick BT's just a bit far back, but Colin could make the move to the podium, to P2 here.
He will. That looks like an easy pass. So this is crucial. Now Dory is between them, and maybe he will hold Nick up a little bit so he can escape the DRS.
Yeah. Yeah, Vixen's already in a different postcode.
Yeah, he's still very fast and he doesn't care about it.
Yeah, no, indeed.
Yeah.
Damage might as well not be there. Like you say, I'd hate to see what his pace would be like if he had no damage.
Oh, VSC.
Oh.
Oh, crossed the airs without a front wing. He was in the ground.
Oh no.
So this might be an opportunity for Dory to do his pit stop.
Depends how long this VSC stays out.
Yeah, it might be over before he gets to the pit entry, but if I was him, I would pit now. I think for now the soft tires will make it to the end.
Oh yeah, the soft tires will go to the end easy here, especially with lower fuel. Yeah, in goes Doris. And so does Nick BT. Nick BT, interestingly, has already stopped once, but he's gonna stop again.
I mean, they have a 10-second gap to red car. The drivers behind, they will get past, but they won't lose a lot. And they will be a lot faster.
Yeah, Doris has gone for softs. Nick BT's gone for mediums.
I think there was contact between Loppy and BT at the restart.
Ooh. Oh, and Bit, you mean, yeah.
Yeah, Loppy's missing an end plate. It was pretty unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. Christian T retired in the pits, unfortunately. Oh yeah, there's that traction difference. Doris is already past Freddy.
Yes, he's gonna be absolutely rapid the next few laps.
And he is going to be pushing hard now to make back those places he's lost.
I mean, realistically, he should aim for T3. I think that's
easily possible, yeah.
But if he can catch up with Colin and Vixen, depends on their tire development.
Yeah. Three seconds for Era Voice.
Yeah, that's another.
Oh. No, it wasn't Era Voice. Oh, Amar has damage. Amar does not have a front wing. It's not been the race for him, unfortunately.
Oh no. The Alpines in general are very unlucky.
Yeah. This is a track that really does punish you if something goes wrong. Loppy's in the pits this time. Interesting that he's pitting. He was on hards. They would have easily gone to the end. But he's gone for a set of soft tyres now. Let's see where he's going to come out. Looks like P12. And here comes Doris on single track. There's another place, P5.
In the meantime, Colin has managed to close the gap to Vixen. Still 1.8 seconds, but it has been it used to be almost 3 seconds.
And here is where those medium tyres, I reckon, are pretty heavily graining right now, whereas I'd say the hards are probably on about maybe 15%.
Maybe, I mean, it's a little bit hard to judge because if you remember that front wing damage and Colin doesn't have very fast run. But it will be interesting to take a look at Red Car and BET compared to single track mostly, because I guess Dory will just fly past them.
Doris will absolutely fly away, yeah. Single tracks, he's maybe just about holding on to DRS, and he really wants to hold on to that DRS so that he can be pulled along.
DRS zone. Will be very important to get the DRS down the next Camel Straight. And
yeah, he needs to... Still just about 0.91. I'm not sure if he got DRS that time. We're going to find out.
Oh,
He didn't. That's really going to hurt him if he can't hang on now. Fastest lap for Alex Agirich. That gap between Vixen and Colin has kind of stabilised now a little bit, 1.7.
Yeah, maybe Vixen saved tires when he was up front there.
Yeah, maybe.
It was so fast, I wouldn't be surprised.
Or Colin caught up to him during his graining phase and he's now coming out the other side of it. Oh, Vixen being really held up by bit through here. Gets a much better exit, but it just has the straight line speed through here.
Got a lot of it's really costing him time.
He's going to want to make this move pretty quick. Oh, he gets a very nice switchback. Oh, and Bit loses traction. As through goes single track. Oh, maybe not. Maybe yes, through goes single track. And he's even closer to Doris this time.
Oh, look at Nick.
Oh, a bit straight line speed. Look at him go. Bit had a small look.
Oh, that was so crucial that Doris just managed to stay ahead. Now he has the chance to open the gap and get out of it.
Yeah, this is the part of the track now where those soft tyres, there you go, yeah.
Ran into the back of single track. Doesn't look like it is.
Colin has caught right up to Vixen.
He's within the DRS range now.
I think that tyre delta is really starting to come into play now.
Probably, yes.
I'm not sure if he got DRS that time. He didn't.
No. Just left to...
Oh, Nick BT sends it up into the bus stop chicane. But single track slams the door shut. Nick BT is just so desperate to get a move done here. He had a decent run through a Rouge and Radeon, but is single track going to get the move done on Bit here? It is going to be so close. He's going to have to do it in the braking zone. Oh, I don't know how single track got that car stopped, but he did very nicely.
Wow,
and Nick BT gets past as well.
Around the outside, yeah.
Beautiful. It is now, yeah. Single track's going to want to try and open a gap now. I think Bit's tyres are really starting to feel that graining now.
Yeah, it looks as if he's struggling.
Speaking of, hello Colin, who has closed that gap right back down again.
Oh, yes. Looks as if now he is within the DRS range.
Definitely within DRS this time. And now he needs to play a clever game. You don't want to make the move too quickly here because they can theoretically just make the move right back in about half a lap.
The question is, of course, I don't think we're not talking about ERS on the stream, right? So
Not levels of ERS, no. I'm occasionally jumping on board and you get a quick view of vague levels, but not specificities.
okay, so but well, I guess it's just safe to assume that Colin must have used a lot of
Yes.
ERS to try to get within the ERS, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You will have to build up a little bit, maybe be in a position to attack, but there is still 3 laps, so.
Yeah, and he's in the DRS now, so he can use that to pull him along and actually save his ERS for the last lap. Not that I'm giving tactical advice to anyone ever.
Yeah, but of course, I mean, if you watch F124,
well, yeah, exactly, yeah. It's one of the things I love about watching Ugoni race, is if he's behind and comfortable, then he'll just follow, and he won't open his DRS flap. And he'll just follow for lap after lap after lap, not using his DRS, and then wait for the last lap and just go, thank you very much, goodbye.
So that's just something where they try to make it a little bit more realistic. F1, if the drivers have a chance to overtake, they use it. And it's very rare that they just sit back and...
No, absolutely. They always want to overtake it in real life F1.
Oh, yeah. So, what's Colin gonna do now?
Is Colin gonna go for the move now, or is he gonna wait?
Quite close.
Half a second, it's manageable. He's proving to himself that he can have a look.
Not this time on. A little mistake by Vixen. Well, he's very close, but there is no way he's gonna get this.
That's the thing about running no ABS, is when the tyres start to wear, lockups are a lot easier.
Yes, that's true for sure. So, meanwhile, Dory has passed red car. I mean, he has a time penalty anyway, 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So, there was not a question, but now Nick BT may catch up to him as well.
Yeah, indeed. Let's have a quick look at penalties as we reach the end of the race. So it's 6 seconds apiece for red car, Alex Aguirre and Bergen. 3 seconds for Nick BT, Single Track, Airways, Smith, Monster, Amar, and Era Voice. So there are a few penalties dotted around.
There are, you're right. And well, but now the guys up front are starting the last lap, and Colin is really good.
Let's see if...
Oh, lock up!
Big lockup! That is exactly what Colin needed, headed down towards the Camel Straight!
Colin didn't have the best possible exit as well, but...
Is he going to get the move done? It looks like Doris may have opened enough of a gap. It is going to be very, very close coming towards the braking zone. Colin is not close enough.
Pass on the straight.
As I've said, the DRS is powerful, but it is not that powerful on this game. He's gonna have to earn this on merit now through the rest of the lap if he wants to get that first place. He's definitely got the traction advantage over Vixen.
Yeah, here he's a lot faster with the undamaged front wing.
Oh, he's desperately trying to see if there's somewhere he can just stick his nose in. He's definitely got a better exit here, but I think Vixen may just have the straight line speed. Maybe not. Look at the slipstream.
The slipstream
oh! but it's so hard to find the place to overtake, 'cause as soon as you're out of that slipstream, it really starts to hurt you. He tries to send it. Oh! Vixen shuts the door beautifully. To the line, it's going to be close, but Vixen will take the win with Colin in P2.
Wow.
And Red Car's right there in the braking zone now. Doris defends beautifully and will hold on. Oh, he'd hold on to P3 anyway, but oh no! Friddy will be promoted to P4 after penalties. Single track P5, Red Car P6, Airways P7. It's going so quick. Red Car P7, Airways 8. Nick BT 9th. And here comes our man making his debut. Will bring home a point.
Wow. Really good.
Whoa.
Place, actually, at the end.
That was very intense at the end there. And saying that, you've got Red Bulls pretty close together, but Loppy will stay ahead. And Smith will lose out on penalties to him and Fox. Alex will lose out to Mornster. Here comes Armagh. The Irish contingent of MRC will come home in P16. Era Voice will come home in P17. And Bergen, a very unfortunate race for him, will bring up the rear in P18. What an intense race that was. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely. I mean, wow, the way they defended this with a damaged car with worn out tires in the end is very impressive.
Oh yeah, 100%. And the podium celebration for Vixen. Give them their moment. Very well deserved. Outstanding racing. Although a big shout out to Colin. Okay, that's enough podium celebrating. Right, so your provisional finishing position, obviously subject to stewarding. Vixen takes the win with Colin in second and Doris rounding out the podium. Followed by Friddy, Single Track, Bit, Red Car, Airways, Nick BT and Razam taking the final points place. Then you got Loppy, Fox, Smith, Mornster, Alex Agirich, Armagh, Era Voice and Bergen, and Krusty T and Sociopath as our DNFs. So who is your vote for driver of the day?
Well, what a question. Not the easiest one to answer. I guess I have to go with Vixen. I know he was the race winner, you don't have to say, but he got damage that wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
Drove, I think, more than half of the race with it.
Yeah.
He took a gamble with the strategy.
And it paid off.
The tires to the end, and it paid off, yes.
Yeah.
He managed to defend off a car in a better condition, on better tires.
Yeah.
With DRS.
Yeah.
That's just very impressive.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with you there. So thank you all for joining us tonight for Tier 2. We will be back in just under half an hour where the Tier 1 boys will have their turn having a race around Belgium. And thank you for joining me, Stefan. It's been lovely being back on comms with you.
It was, yes. Also from my side, I really enjoyed it. And to be honest, that race made me really excited to do it by myself now in Tier 1 in a few minutes. So, yeah, it's always very nice to comment at first, and then you're really motivated to do it yourself after watching such an exciting race.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you very soon. Good night.